Yeah, yeah, I like that because I think there's been a lot of great standards set in a foundation building. But when I think of Greenberg, I'm very recent compared to. There's great memories from a lot of great alumni. There's done a lot of great things here. For me, it's what you just said. It's I love coming out. Even the first time I came out and saw the student section and how much support we had, it was fantastic. And this year you saw them standing the whole time and chanting and really making it such a fun place to play. And obviously I'll never forget when the PA system went off and the student section started singing the anthem, and stuff like that is what I'll remember.
What were your thoughts about the broken glass and disrupt play?
Yeah, I just looked at the time and just to see there was 4 something and said, look, hey, I saw that it was broken, not just fell out, and so let's just get off and have them fix it and move on. The other thing, to be honest, that I'll remember about Greenberg is the staff here is unbelievable. I've been in a lot of rinks over a lot of years, and honestly, there's no staff that squeezes as much value out of this rink as they do. You look around, they solve problems for dressing rooms and meeting rooms and media rooms, and they have ice for youth hockey and old timers hockey and figure skaters and rec hockey and everybody. I mean, they really do a great job, and so I knew they'd get it done, but I didn't want to sit around and wait for it.
On a personal level, what does it, I can't phrase this, but the 6 seniors that are going away, how does it feel?
Yeah.
To lose them?
I'm happy for them for what they've done this year. They will have a lot of pride in this and all they've done for forever. And it was nice that they sort of how it ended up, tie game going into the third, and then there they are, all of them out there except Brian Dolan. It's too bad with his injury, his concussion. He's done a great job this year as well. But so they're all out shooting pucks, having a blast at the end, and it was harder for them actually to get on this team than anybody because they really went through a year-long tryout. The other guys, we have limited observations and contacts from the NCAA rules, but they were on a tryout all year long last year, and everybody makes mistakes on the ice, but with them, if we had to worry about them character-wise in the classroom as a teammate, they didn't make the cut, and these guys all were tremendous all year last year, and they really deserve to be Division I hockey players, which they are, and they've done a great job for us.
Yeah. You got Laura back in the lineup.
Yeah.
What was it like? Obviously, it was very impactful, but what was it like down there?
Yeah, the guys had a lot of wind, huh? I mean, even it's a lot easier to play with 6, but 5 is a lot better than 4. And I thought he actually played really, really well. He did. He gave us some, a chance to breathe, which is really nice. And I think for a guy first game back after a while, I thought he played really, really well.
Sure. Something going forward, though, for short class there. I mean, staff, you're going to miss this arena and playing it at all, and how much are you looking forward to the new arena and what that's going to do?
Yeah, I'm going to miss this arena. I will. Like I said, and especially you talk about the seniors and the times we had here. These seniors, the ones we had last year, and those are good memories. And I will miss this arena. I have kids that play in this arena and love this arena. But with that said, I can't tell you how excited I am about Pagula Ice Arena. I know how much work went into that. They have done such a good job there. They've thought of not only the varsity team, they thought of the community, the youth players, the figure skaters. The community is going to love this rink, and our student athletes, it's going to be so important for them in developing them to be the best hockey players they can be and the best students they can be. They've thought of that as well. It's just going to be so nice. You asked the question, how excited am I? I could not be more excited to get into Pagula Ice Arena. It is going to be fantastic. And the student body that you see here, you think they have a good time here? Just wait.
Was there better flow today?
Yeah, there was. There was, and I don't know why, but I remember thinking I don't know the reason for that, but I remember thinking even in the first period, until the glass broke, that actually there was a couple points where, we seemed to have to change a few lines in a row and almost got back. So there was more flow. I don't know what happened, but there was, and you get it. It was a better game to watch. Yes.
Coach, the flow, you talked about the flow, but this isn't your first sort of fused did that sort of change the flow? Because changing sides and then just starting to play right away, how did that change the mentality at all?
It didn't change the mentality, and we didn't want to, because of, there's a tendency to get more whistles here, that you notice we didn't take any time at all. We said, let's just switch sides and go and drop the puck. So I don't think it really mattered at all. I didn't want to sit around and wait for 7, 8, 9, 10 minutes for them to fix the glass and then play 4 minutes and then wait again as we flooded. So I don't mind it, and I don't think the ice held up pretty well for 24 and some odd minutes. I don't think it had a factor. I didn't mind it. I thought we were, maybe that's why it seemed there was more flow too. That was a long period and some good stretches, so I didn't mind it at all.
Coach, the net came off a lot.
Yeah.
And that kind of disrupts the flow of the game a little bit.
Yep.
So I don't know if you can have March pegs in contract, because that's something you're looking into for the rule.
Wow. I know they've thought of it. I don't know the rule. I never thought of it until today. I never thought it was, I don't know why this weekend, it wasn't only tonight. I think there's probably more last night. Someone told me someone counted 11 tonight and 12 last night. Is that correct? So I don't think we've seen that. We haven't had that problem here. I have never had to think of it. But I tell you what, I was thinking just like you on the bench when this was going on. I was thinking, I wonder what they have at Pagula. I don't know if the college standards or the rules are any different than NHL, but I know that because of Mr. Pagula is very adamant that it's NHL specs, that I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
Did you talk to the officials at all about possibly a delay game penalty there? 'Cause there was
Of course.
thinking,
No more than 8 times did I talk to them. Yeah, I mean, we talk to them all the time because this was new. It's nothing, someone's saying there was 23 times on the weekend, and I can't remember 3 from all year from Scoffer Musical, and there's 23 times this weekend, so something's up.
Couple more. Well, during the second intermission, you're still in the scoreless tie. What
Yeah.
were you saying? What were the guys saying? What was the reaction?
Yeah, we didn't have a very good second period in terms of our objectives, and we had to kill a penalty, I believe, in minute 35 going into the third. So obviously the immediate focus is to kill that and then get back to work, but it was to get back to our objectives. We started to play a little bit of a frantic game and gave up odd man rushes because of it, and we just wanted to get back and play. Basically, this was the last 20 minutes to give, Greenberg, this is Greenberg's last 20 minutes in a tie game. Let's figure it out, and they did.
How much of a lift did everyone get once Curtis finally broke?
Yeah, I think you sort of feel it. I'm sure glad we got that first one, not them, but I think we were pressing. I think we actually played a lot better game tonight. If you look at where our scoring opportunities came from and where we gave up shots, we really did. We did play a lot better game tonight, and I think the guys felt that it was just a matter of time and their goaltender played very, very well. You have to give him a lot of credit. He stopped breakaways, he stopped a couple backdoor plays, he stopped bombs from the point. He played very well, but we had the feeling that once we got one, that maybe the horseshoe would fall out and we would get a few more.
Throughout the season, you've seen alumni at away games and at home games.
Yes.
What does it mean for you to honor them?
Yeah, it means a lot, and I think it's extra special because this is the last game at Greenberg. So you're correct. They've been tremendous everywhere that we've gone. Alumni have been so supportive and so wonderful, and you look at 19,000 fans in Philadelphia, and I'm sure a lot of that was alumni. I know Pittsburgh was 12,000 there wherever we went. So it's nice that you say that. It means a lot to honor them for this season alone, for all the support we've got by going around the state, and then to honor them as well because this is the last game in Greenberg, and it's also not just to honor them, but to let them know that we need them for success in the future, and we have a wonderful building to play in the future, but we're going to need them to support us as well.
Coach, you evaluate Scott's play. It looked like the puck was
Yeah.
coming to him and that he wasn't going to lock one in, so it's just a matter of you guys getting.
Yeah, well, what happened was we started, I wasn't exactly sure how we were going to honor our seniors at the start. And so since we had 5, I decided to start all of them. So we played Michael Longo on defense for probably the first time in his entire career, his life, probably. And they got the puck in deep, and he didn't have a clue what to do. And so we yanked him off, and they actually had a short power play there, and Scoffer had to make a really, really good save from the side. I thought it was in, and that was 28 seconds in the game or something. I don't know if you saw that. So he had to make a great save right away, and he did, and that was probably the hardest save he made the entire night. and he really settled down. I mean, you can't get better than a shutout, and I think it was a hard shutout actually because it was in intermittent spots, and he's the real deal.